What's going on, South Texas? Welcome back to Riding High Sports, coming live from the Riding High Studios. And tonight, I got with me a very special guest. I got Mr. KP, Mr. Party361 himself in the building. KP, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
How you doing, man? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Been a long day, but man, ready to get into the sports, man.
Heck yeah. Pull the mic up a little bit.
All right, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Before we get into the sports real quick, KP, you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself, what you do, like how they can get in touch with you if they're trying to network or something?
Yeah, man, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So, like right now, I do some marketing. If you need marketing help with Party361, or if you need promotion, I'm doing that. Right now, I'm doing the rooftop party over at Retro. Right now, we doing that every Sunday. So if you like R&B and you want to just vibe out, come pop out, check us out. And then I'm over at the Central City Market as well. So if you got a business, you want to get out your house, you're looking for a place to kind of have a little storefront, we over at Central City Market doing that. So
okay, absolutely.
Where are you originally from?
Well, I'm originally from Houston, man. I spent about 21 years out there, and then
You went to high school and stuff in Houston?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me technically correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Humble High School.
Humble High School already. My cousin went to Humble High School. David Boston, man.
That's your cousin?
Yeah.
Bro.
My name Derek Boston.
Bro, but I never made the connection.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wow,
Bro,
look at that.
Listen, man.
My uncle was a referee in the NFL, Byron Boston.
Bro, listen, that dude, he did my taxes one year, man.
Nah, man.
He did my taxes 1 year.
Man,
That's
what's
crazy.
up.
I mean, before, because he would do our games when I was like as he was coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Man, that's what's
That's
up.
crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's
David
what's up,
Boston,
man. That's what's up, bro.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, he was a legend on the football field out there.
Yeah,
man.
straight went to Ohio State and everything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And if y'all couldn't already tell, we got DJ Lil King in the background. Give yourself a burr for yourself for doing an amazing job, my friend. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and get into it.
Hold on, before that, real quick, what brought you to Corpus?
Yeah, what brought you to Corpus?
Well, look, long story short, man. I was in the military. I got out of the military. I was in the military. I got out of the military. And when I got out of the military, I don't know what that's about. When I got out of the military, I stayed in Utah for a while. Utah, yeah. So right outside of Salt Lake. So
Okay.
I was there for about 9 years.
Okay.
And so, kind of after me and my little situation kind of broke up, me and the kids, we were trying to get closer to family. So I saw a job at the base down here and then made that move and been here ever since.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, what's it like in Utah? Like, is it like mountainous? Like, what? Is it hot?
I mean, there's mountains. I mean, you get all 4 seasons. But, I mean, it's cold up there, man. But when I don't mean cold like cold weather, I mean just the vibe up there is dope.
Heard.
You know what I'm saying? It's a dope vibe. Like, you wouldn't think it because, like, when you hear Utah, you just think, like, Mormons. But really, though, man, like, they lit up there.
Yeah.
One more thing before we get to the sports, the Party361 thing. Like, how did you start the Party361? Because I have, it was a picture that popped up the other day. I had some homeboys who they were at an event like 10 years ago in Houston. And on the bottom of it, it says inthemix.com. And my homeboy goes, to this day, I still don't know what inthemix.com is. And I said, it's kind of like what Party361 does for Corpus. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that kind of like what you trying to bring something like what they had over there in Houston to Corpus?
Yeah, so like DJ Rewind kind of had a concept, and him and another guy named Moose, he's a photographer.
Okay.
And so we all sat up one day and we were talking about this concept about like Party361. It's supposed to be like a website that kind of incorporated all things entertainment, food, music, all that stuff. So when we first kind of jumped into it, like the Moose kind of jumped off. And so, like, it was just kind of me and Rewind. Okay. And then Rewind moved. Oh, really? So then it was just kind of me. So, like, I was getting into photography. So I would take pictures. And then I'd add our little watermark to the pictures. And it was kind of like the end of mix. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a Corpus kind of version.
Yeah.
So, like, it helped me learn how to be a photographer. But it also kind of helped us promote what we were doing with Party361. So
Heck yeah.
So that's kind of how it got popped up.
So what would you say for Party361 from start to now? Would you say is the biggest gig that you have put on?
Man, the beach party, I want to say 2020, the one right before COVID.
Okay.
So that was like epic, bro. It was like legendary. So it was probably like 10,000 people out there.
Y'all had the trailer out there and all that. They had the trailer out there and everything.
We had a 40-foot trailer. My boy Kyle out of Beeville, he had the trailer and the sound and everything. Yeah. And we was like, yo, we bring the DJs. And then like, so whoever got the louder speakers and the best setup win the beach. Basically,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So we had the biggest setup. You know, we won the beach. So we did it one year, then we did it another year. So the second year we did it, like it's just like everybody pulled up down in Port A. So I mean, it was just like crazy, man. It was so many people out there, and that's kind of really like one of the biggest things. The news got involved. Like the news was hitting us up. I got messaged by every major news network about the party because they was trying to say like y'all down in Texas is partying and COVID's coming, you know. So it became
Texas won't care.
Yeah, it kind of came like so that's probably the biggest thing that we.
That's pretty cool. On the COVID probably like that week because I was in Austin. That was the week that they shut everything down. Basically, like all this happens within like a 10-day time frame. I would say because I was in Austin when I seen the pictures and everything because I'm going to Austin for the UIL State Basketball Championships, and there's already like 2 games that have been played, and they ended up canceling the whole tournament.
That's crazy.
So it was in San Antonio, so I still ended up going to San Antonio. I was in San Antonio on that weekend. I was in San Antonio, so I still ended up going. I was looking at the pictures, and I'm like, they still doing the damn thing down there in Corpus, man.
They was like, COVID ain't here yet, so we gonna keep going.
Bro, COVID was a crazy time. I was talking to one of my clients about like, cause she had moved to Texas after COVID.
Right.
And I was like, bro, Texas didn't care about none of them restrictions. We was outside, restaurants was open, like
at all.
And then like crazy part is like I worked at a restaurant during COVID, and now that I think about it, I was there every day during COVID. Does that make me an essential worker at the time?
It was whoever they said it was.
I believe it. So. Speaking of essential workers, right? Alabama is down one of their biggest essential workers in Nick Saban.
Right.
They came out, they dominated. They won like 70-something to 0 or whatever. Kalen DeBose looked really good in his home debut. Mm-hmm. Did you get to watch that game by chance?
I definitely caught the highlights of it. I mean, it was just a domination. The team wasn't even on their level.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I mean, it's still good to see like if you're an Alabama fan that they still got the firepower.
There wasn't a drop off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what I was really looking forward to watching them, like to see if there was a talent drop off. Mm-hmm. But most of all, I wanted to see Jalen Milroe. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see like his development over the summer and through the course of the offseason. I think he got slightly better. I'm not going to say he's a Heisman Trophy candidate. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that team is still in a position to where if he can just keep it in the road, they'll be fine.
Right.
Let's see. Let me see what they got next week. Not NFL. Alabama will be going to play. They're going to Wisconsin. They're going to go to Madison, Wisconsin, and they're going to be playing Wisconsin. So Kalen DeBose is going to now face his first true road test since he's donned the crimson. Personally, I think that Alabama can win this game. I think they can win by 2+ scores. I just think it comes down to, again, Jalen Milroe, and if he can be that leader of that team. And for you, how do you feel about them going up to Madison?
Well, I mean, Wisconsin is always going to be a powerhouse. It's a good test for them to kind of see like how they're going to fare in the new SEC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think based off what I saw, the effort and that they put into last week's game, I think it's a 2 or 3 touchdown win as well.
Yeah.
Like I mean, as good as Wisconsin is, I still think Alabama's just got too much firepower.
Too much, man. And the cool thing, like how we were saying, like about talent drop off, is Kalen doesn't even have his own guys in there fully yet. Like these are holdovers from like those last 2 Saban recruiting classes, kids that didn't transfer out of the program. You still have kids like Malachi Moore on the defense, But other than Malachi, I think the rest of the guys are still that trying to prove themselves, like waiting for Dallas Turner to graduate, going to the next level. But overall, though, I like Alabama in that game. Sticking with the top 25, Florida State.
Whoa.
Bro. So somehow, after losing to Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
they survive and they stay at 10. They played Georgia Tech at 10, lost at 10. Played Boston College, ranked number 10, lost to Boston College, and fell completely out of the top 25.
As they should.
As they should. I personally think that, what's his name? Norvell, the head coach. I think that he lost that team. Like, I don't think there's no coming back from it personally. Like, he down 2 possessions, you have the ball, whether it's 4th and 30 or 4th and 2, you got to go for that, in my opinion. Because, like, you're playing against the clock and you don't know how many more possessions you got and you're down 2 possessions. I think that the NFL draft really wiped out that program. And him as a tenured head coach did not do a well enough job restocking that talent. I don't think he hit the transfer portal hard enough. Maybe he needs to get another NIL recruiter or something.
Right.
Do you think that they can salvage their season after opening up 0-2? Not only opening up 0-2, but 0-2 to conference opponents.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's salvageable. I mean, especially like after the year they had last year, and they really feeling away.
Yeah.
About like not being selected to the bowl game, to the championship series. They got
Absolutely.
Getting overlooked. Then I don't feel like they responded well after that. And then coming into this year, I felt like, I mean, that would have been, even though I don't have some of the same players coming back, that still would have been bulletin board material for
Absolutely.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and we still Florida State.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, if Norvell don't get it figured out, they're gonna be calling Dion. They're gonna be calling prime time over there.
You think Dion will take the Florida State job?
I don't know if he would, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets offered to him at some point.
I wouldn't be either. Sticking with Florida State, they had, let's check out who they have. But like you were saying, I agree that, like, although most of that talent from that team that didn't get selected to the Final Four last season is gone on to either graduation or the NFL, the DNA makeup of that team should have still come into the season with that feeling of disrespect that they felt so prevalent in the offseason, especially when you don't play the bowl game.
Right.
And then you have Oklahoma basically bite the bullet for you in the media, like, well, if they don't want to play, we completely understand. Like, that's not cool. But he is in trouble, bro, and it's not like he's at a program that doesn't have consistent talent there. Like, they might not have the greatest talent in the state of Florida, but they're not supposed to be losing to Georgia Tech and Boston College, especially when Boston College is under a first-year head coach in Bill O'Brien. You're a Houston fan. You know all about Billy O.
Yeah, but I never was a fan of Bill O'Brien.
That's what I'm getting to.
Like, he ruined the Texans, but you're right, man. I mean, like, that's just not a game you're supposed to lose. Especially you lose that Georgia Tech game.
Yeah, we'll give you that one because, like, opening season, a lot of emotion. You're in Ireland, cool.
But to double back
At home.
and then lose to Boston College, like that's crazy.
Crazy work, bro.
Crazy.
And then next week they have Memphis coming to Tallahassee to play them. And this isn't Memphis from like 12, 13 years ago. This is Memphis that is putting into the NFL, top tier NFL talent. I wouldn't be surprised either if Memphis came and upset them. And then their schedule doesn't get any easier after that. So after Memphis, they have California coming to Tallahassee. Then they come to Dallas to play SMU. Then they have Clemson coming to town. Then they go to Duke. Then they have to go to South Beach and play Miami. Then they have North Carolina. Then they got to go to South Bend and play Notre Dame. Then they get a lollipop in Charleston, South Carolina. And then you have Florida versus Florida State. Like, so they might get that one, but like realistically looking at Florida State right now, I can see them. I can see them beating SMU. Like, I can see them beating Duke. They're not beating Miami. I can see them beating North Carolina. They're not beating Notre Dame. I can see them beating Charleston. And Florida can go either way. So, with me being nice, I can see them winning maybe 4, maybe 5 games on their schedule, like with the way that they're looking right now.
Yeah, because I mean Memphis is a powerhouse, so that's not a cakewalk.
No.
And I'd be surprised if they're even favored to win that game.
Let me see. I'll tell you right now.
I'd be surprised they're even favored to win it. So
Let's see. I don't got the line. Don't got the line on here. Da-da-da-da-da. Maybe they'll give it to us closer to game time.
I'd be surprised if they're favored to win it because I mean Memphis is a tough team.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Like, you're not just gonna go in there and like just disrespect Memphis and think you're gonna get away with it. Speaking of teams in trouble, Texas A&M came out losing to Notre Dame at home. For me, it's not a team issue like Florida State has. You know what I mean? For me, Texas A&M, they're in a unique situation. They have all the other talent they need. Wigman, why have you say his last name? Number 15, the quarterback? Not that guy. Not that guy. And this actually dates back a couple of 2 recruiting classes. I didn't think that Max Johnson was that guy either, personally. Now they're just 0-1. They can bounce back and save their season. Let's see. But how do you feel about them going up and losing to Notre Dame? And then while you go over that, I'll tell you who they got next week.
Well, the Notre Dame loss, that game's a coin flip. And
Yeah.
Notre Dame has a strong defense, so their defense is going to probably be a top tier defense all year long.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to travel with that defense. Now, the question mark I have for A&M is like your offense.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Well, your defense. I'm sorry, your defense, because Notre Dame's offense struggled too. Like they wasn't that good either.
Yeah.
So if your offense isn't going to be able to be productive, and your defense is not going to be able to be productive against a team that they're top tier, but they really struggled.
Yeah, absolutely
You know
they
what I'm
did.
saying? So and you're at home. You know what I'm saying? And the home field advantage. I don't know. Is it still Kyle Field over there?
Yeah, it's still Kyle Field.
So at Kyle Field is one of the best in the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
What was it, 100,000?
Yeah. So you gotta find a way to win that game.
You got to.
Yeah.
For me, it's about that quarterback, bro, because the running backs are good. I hate the fact that they lost Ruben Owens for the season. But I just think with better quarterback play, they have a good enough defense and like you said, a well enough home field advantage to where they should have pulled that game out. For me, how do you feel about A&M King as far as like them losing to Notre Dame and like can they save their season? Like, is their season in danger? Like, what's going on? How do you feel?
Man, I love it.
That's that UT in you.
Nah, as a UT fan, yeah, hell yeah, for that show. But man, they need to. Their offense is drastic, bro. Like Connor Wegman, what is he going into year 3? I thought it was year 2 or year 3.
It should be year 3 because
he would have stepped it up by now. Like, come on, bro. Like it's time to like go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? He out there still looking like a deer with that. What's that saying? A deer with
deer
the
headlights.
Yeah. That's he out there still looking like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know who else gives me those vibes? That now that I completely forgot about it. DJ Ungalele. Ukulele. I think he's just holding up somebody's spot, bro.
Straight up. Hell yeah.
But you actually brought up a good topic when you came in with that Texas A&M hate. Y'all's boys are traveling up to Ann Arbor, Michigan this weekend.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have Quinn Ewers playing against who he refers to as that team up north when UT goes up to play the Michigan Wolverines. I really like Texas's receiving core. Like, that Shark is doing a crazy job. They have NFL talent across the defense. I can see UT going up to Ann Arbor and pulling it out. And we might even see Arch in this game.
We better go pull it out, man.
Well, I mean, now the UT fan in me, I'm with you, my boy. Like I want them. I want them to get that one. But I'm not gonna lie. Michigan defense is a real deal too.
Yeah.
Like that kind of saved them this week. You know what I'm saying? So they defense is a real deal. Now they offense was kind of suspect a little bit, but and it's hard to really gauge like, what Texas is really gonna do because they played a pushover this week.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm kind of, I'm a little bit on the fence about like how, like as far as like if I think they're gonna just go out there and get it done.
Yeah.
I think they can. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, because they got the players in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? They got the defensive line, they got the offensive line to be able to play with them. It's just, are they gonna be able to score?
We're used to not seeing Texas teams put it all together.
Yeah.
So I think for us to finally even start to seeing them being able to start to put it together as far as making the playoff last year, it's almost like, can we see it? We need to see a little bit more to believe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think this is the ultimate eye test for me personally to see where we at.
Yeah.
And like I was watching earlier where an analyst said that this Texas team this year reminds him of the Michigan team last year. That won the Michigan team because the Michigan team the year before went to the playoffs and lost and came back with that fire and hunger to want to go and win one. He said that this Texas team reminds him of that Michigan team from last year.
I respect
when he
that.
said that, I was like, man, that makes a lot of sense, man.
And that's usually how it goes because Michigan won like that. Alabama used to win like that. They go, they'd lose, then they come back, and then they'd win. I think that happened to Georgia a couple, like on the first one. Because they had lost to Alabama in the Natty, and then they came back and they won their Natty. But I want to see this game because for both teams, it's that measuring stick. This is that I know you're going to be in that top 12. I know I'm going to be in that top 12. Like, let's dust up our horns, see who comes out on top, shake hands, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
I still feel like Texas should win that one.
I don't think Michigan is they're still trying to find their offense.
Yeah.
Even when the game ended against Fresno State, it ended with basically with the pick six, put the game out of reach. You know what I'm saying? They was about to score and probably make it a 7-point game again. You know what I'm saying? With still a couple of minutes left. So whenever he got that pick six, it was over. So I think they're still trying to find their offense, and Texas is the wrong team to still be trying to find your offense.
I agree with that, absolutely, because Sark gonna put up points regardless, no matter who it is. They're, like UT is gonna put up points, and like that defense is becoming stingy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that D line, like they went from putting people in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Now they have legit like 1st, 2nd round talent across that defense.
Well, like I mean, they're linebackers. Like it's always been the linebackers for Texas for me.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like
because y'all keep a secondary.
Keep a secondary. You get players on that on the D line majority of the time, but the linebackers be deficient.
Yeah.
You know
and me, the lack of pass rushers. Because we'll have the good interior defensive linemen, but we never really have those edge rushers. Yeah. And especially in the past couple of years. Like, if you go back to the Rakpo and the Kendalls and all them, but in these past, like, we had Jeffco, the dude who his dad played for the Cowboys. He was like a top 5 recruit in the nation, and, man, he didn't really come in and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't remember the last time we really had some legitimate pass rushers, and we really legitimate this year. Got some pass. We got the freshman Colin Simmons from was it Dunk? Was it what school he come from? Duncanville? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Duncanville. Colin Simmons, man. Like we got some legitimate pass rushers from freshmen to sophomores to juniors to seniors, everything.
Yep.
Shit.
And I think with Sark finally getting his feet settled in the state of Texas, it's pretty much a wrap for your Baylors, your A&M, not A&M. A&M will still compete, but like your lower level colleges that are like we're getting all the talent that was getting out of the state. Now that UT is back now, like all those kids are gonna stay home. They're gonna go to UT.
Well, like he's getting the players to be able to play in the SEC.
Yeah, absolutely. You need it.
Like the problem Texas always had was getting the right guys in the middle. You know what I'm saying, on the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. Yeah. And offensively, it's like they were always kind of running a spread type offense, right? So it requires a different type of a different type of lineman to play that. You know what I'm saying? So
freaking gap schemes and all that good stuff.
So now you got dudes that you can put out there. They can run the ball. They can protect the ball. Yeah. They can move dudes around. You know what I'm saying?
We're getting them 5 stars instead of the 3 stars.
Y'all getting them poker chips, bro.
We're getting them 5 stars instead of the 3 stars.
So I think that's going to be the biggest difference as far as like, you know, their success overall, you know.
Yeah.
Because Urizen, like, he had no issues.
Straight up.
Like, no pressure. It was just like, he was throwing the ball in the park with his cousin or something. Yeah, man. Like, so.
Man, that's crazy. We'll get into one more college football topic.
You talk about Clemson yet?
No.
Let's talk about that real quick, man. Dabo's refusal to take players in the transfer portal, is that hurting Clemson?
Absolutely it is. 1,000% it is. Because if he's not taking players out of the portal, you guarantee that players are transferring out of his program. So he's not replacing that talent. Yeah. And opposed to like everybody else in his conference that's building through the portal for like those big receivers or like we need a lineman, let's go get it. To take them over the top, he's setting himself behind the 8 ball like 2 years, a year and a half, because his freshman that he's waiting on to develop is falling farther behind by this dude that has 2-3 years of college experience.
Well, to be fair, this is Jimbo's view. He said that he's real big on loyalty. So by what you're saying, the dude that's been there since a freshman and been there since he was a sophomore, and now it's his junior year. Since this dude's been loyal to the program, he should get a shot over this dude who just wants to come and join us from Alabama. That's Jimbo's theory.
Man, he gonna break.
He gonna break.
All them coaches break.
Bro, I seen him.
When boosters. When they start talking about firing you,
yeah,
you know he gonna be fine. He gonna be finding dudes in the transfer.
Well, when one of them good old boys from South Carolina with that cowboy hat come up. Now listen here, Dabo, you brought us a natty back when we had Deshaun. Yeah. We brought you Trevor. You didn't bring us one. We brought you the ukulele. You didn't bring us one. Now you got.
I think Trevor got on one his freshman year. Didn't he win one as a true freshman?
No.
I thought then Clemson got 2, don't they?
Yeah,
I think Dabo got 2.
I think Trevor lost.
They got it with Deshaun, right? Watson.
Yeah, they won it with Watson.
Yeah.
Trevor didn't get one.
Yeah, I think he did.
He was supposed
to. He won one his freshman year. I know he went.
He went. I feel like he lost to Ohio State in the playoffs.
He won in 2018. Let me see.
Wasn't it?
In 2018. Let me see. Was that the Trevor year?
Let's see.
Yeah, led by true freshman Trevor Lawrence.
And he got one?
Yeah, his true freshman year. 2018.
Hold on, let me close my eyes.
He won the battle over that Kelly Bryant dude, and I remember Kelly Bryant ended up transferring out. Kelly Bryant ended up becoming a DJU. Boy, he did Dabo wrong, man. Dabo gonna do it wrong. Oh, man.
The 2018 college football playoff national championship was between Georgia and Alabama. Alabama won 26-23.
Well, I think it's the 2017 season. No, let me see. It's
because
the 2018 season, but it was the 2019 championship game.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, because it goes by like the 2000. It says right here the 2018 season.
Yeah, you're right. They beat the dog shit out of Alabama that year. I remember. Speaking of beating the dog shit out of, bro, did y'all see the fact that Brian Kelly managed to lose his 3rd straight season opener? He lost back-to-back to Florida State, and now he went and got smacked around by USC.
I think Brian Kelly always been overrated.
Me too.
I think he's always been overrated. So
I agree with that.
When he went to Notre Dame, like he didn't do nothing over there, and then now he's at LSU. I don't even think that was a good hire. I think it takes a different type of coach to coach an SEC.
Bro, you gotta be from the SEC. How Cat Williams said in that stand up, you gotta buy your coat from here for here. In order to coach in the SEC, you gotta coach from here to coach here. Like you can't just hire no outside body to coach in the SEC, bro. It's a different landscape. I just don't like the fact that instead of him saying I didn't have the guys ready, he basically scapegoated the kids, saying basically calling them terrible and they should know how to execute and all this good stuff. Like that's what a coach who will leave his program for greener pastures says. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped ship at the end of the year, or not even the end of the year, because if they don't get it right, he is out of there, bro.
He got another year. I give him.
Yeah.
I give him another year.
Tell you what, they lose to Auburn, he's out of there.
Man, I mean, they just hire names. Like, they don't hire a name.
Yeah.
I'd rather y'all hire an assistant from the conference than just hire a name. You know what I'm saying? Like who was the black coach over at Notre Dame before Kelly took over?
Was it Charlie Strong?
No, it wasn't Strong. It was
Willingham.
So Kelly, he go there. He went with Willingham's players.
Yeah.
And then they giving him all these props. But bro, you didn't recruit them. You know what I'm saying? You went with his players. You know what I'm saying? So like you know. And then after that, what'd you see? Decline.
Just like at LSU, like the kids he had in his first couple of seasons were Coach Ed's kids.
Yes.
Like, and so it's just weird, bro. Because like I just get ick vibes from him. Like I watch him do his press conference. I'm like, I don't know.
The introductory press conference when he tried to use.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and play some football here on the Bayou.
Oh wow.
If you don't get your goofy ass out of
Yeah,
here,
you got to put the occasion accent.
Come on,
at the press
dog.
conference, man.
Oh man.
Come on, bro.
His face was red like a crawfish though at
Bruh.
the game, bro. I'm like, this dude is, you know what I'm saying? He's hot, but to me, he a trash coach.
I can't get behind him, bro. Like if
he a
I'm a
trash coach to me.
prospect or a recruit, and this man, the only thing that would get me to go to his school would be his school. Like it would not have anything to do with him. Like he would have to be at like a 5-star university, like the best. Like, and they had to be coming off like a natty for somebody. Like in my opinion, for like young athletes to say, you know what, I'll sign with Brian Kelly. I think it's more of he just has a hell of a position group behind him and hell of a recruiters behind him that get these kids to fall in love with them. I mean, like, if I'm a running back, like, dog, I've talked to the LSU running back coach. We vibe. Like, I really want to play for him. I guess I'll play for Brian Kelly.
But you see how they lost that game though, bro. Like man, they ran it in with like 8 seconds late, hit a buzzer beat on you, man. Like, how you lose like that, man? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and that's because they had the game in the bag. All the quarterback had to do was hit that simple flat route that everybody runs.
Right.
And he freaking dirted the football. But I just hope my Auburn Tigers beat LSU because that's our measuring stick. I'm an Auburn fan. So
Okay, War Eagle over here.
you know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta be. We got a dub.
All right.
And then we'll do last college football topic. How do you feel about Coach Prime in year 2 at Colorado?
It's hard to say, man, because I really felt like they was really like not really putting their plays out there. I felt like they ran the same 7 plays the whole game. So I think it's really hard to kind of measure if they good. Now, I thought the D-line should have been able to produce a little bit better.
The D-line's terrible.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I said I'm gonna give them another week.
Yeah.
You know, to see like really what it really is. You got Warren Sapp over there, so I feel like he's, you know, they got a couple sacks this game, so I feel like they kind of moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I feel like they showed up when they really had to.
Yeah.
When they really had to, they did show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole new group of kids that have basically never played together, and for them to show up together in that, they were gonna bend a couple of times, but for them at the end, whenever they had that one stop or they were basically gonna make it a game, and they end up getting that stop, and they got the ball back and they scored again, like. Man, they showed, to me, improvement. I saw some improvement from the offensive line, too. I didn't really see Shedeur just running for his life after every snap.
Agreed.
I mean, and North Dakota State, man, I mean, like, they won, like,
They ain't no punks,
Bro, they ain't no punks. They do have
championships.
2 quarterbacks that got drafted in the top 3.
Yeah.
They got national champion. That's the national championship program,
like,
straight up.
They are the, like, when you go FBS, they are, or FCS, they are that team. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I respect the win. But the thing that I want to see, like you said, is I want to see more of a consistent pass rush. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of watching, when I watch a Colorado game, if the quarterback scrambles, he's getting no minimum than 25 yards. Yeah. I want to see, like, and is that
I think that falls on the linebackers.
Yeah.
And their linebackers they're not the great. They're not.
But, like, they want to run man, but they don't have the D-line to run it. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, like,
like, if you're gonna run man, you gotta have dudes that are gonna get back there, bro. You gotta be able to get home because, like, there's no one else looking at the quarterback but you.
I feel like, bro, just in the college game, man, maybe we didn't understand a couple of years ago, but in today's time, man, I understand, like, how valuable and rare a good pass rusher is.
It really is.
It's
really,
you know what I'm saying? So when you see
is.
these dudes that are getting in the NFL, getting these big bucks, you understand why.
Yeah.
You're not just out there just to hold up some space. You're out there really getting after these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I thought about the other day? It's like, it's rare that you're like Hall of Fame talent or like your greatest of all time comes from like these Power 5 schools. Like, you're like everybody wants to say Aaron Donald's the greatest defensive lineman of all time. My nigga went to Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt a program though.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but like when you think of like top tier programs, how many places do you say before you say Pitt?
I mean, you probably not gonna say Pitt,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, they in a Power 5 conference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
But-
I mean, so it ain't like it was like North Texas and nothing. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
we-
Like, I mean,
Because we
Shout
got
out
some
Mean
dudes
Green.
who came from like the North Texas is in like Texas Southern.
Yep.
What's his name? Michael Strahan came from like Texas Southern. And, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
went to
Like,
TSU.
so I get what you're saying because a lot of the NFL greats did come from like small schools. Daryl
Absolutely.
Green, Texas A&M Kingsville. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
yeah, that's true. McNair came from
Alcor and John Randall, A&M Kingsville. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I mean, so like, and then even like when Tom Brady was at Michigan, like Michigan, like they were solid, but like you were like, bro, Michigan's there, bro. Like, but I say all that to say this: Colorado,
Okay.
they picked a bad time to have a defense that can't get a stop because they got Dylan Raiola on the schedule. Speaking of Raiola, you have. I'm gonna make those quick. You had Shador, you had Cam Ward, you had Dylan Raiola, you have who else? Carson Beck. Of all those quarterbacks who played this past weekend, which one would you say impressed you the most? What you got, King?
Man, it would definitely have to be you left Quinn Ewers out.
That's who I was. I feel like I was getting somebody. Quinn.
It would definitely have to be between Quinn Ewers and Cam Ward, and I would put Cam Ward on over Quinn because, man, I'm watching Cam on TV, and this dude is just like
Chilling.
just relax. And even the announcer, like, this dude is too relaxed in the pocket, bro.
And he's doing that in Gainesville.
Yeah.
He ain't
straight
doing
up.
that at goddamn.
And then he
Texas
came
A&M
out like a
Gainesville
day or
Stadium.
two later and basically gave some advice to Wade Crouch said, whenever y'all gonna make a lot of noise when we're in the huddle, not when we're coming to the line. He's like, by that point, we already know what we're gonna do.
Right.
And I'm like, bruh, like, he literally made a statement like 2 days later saying that. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Who
bro.
you think,
And
KP?
to me, it was either going to be Carson Beck or Cam Ward just because of who they played,
Okay.
right? And
Already.
and how they performed based on who they played. So like what he did against Florida, the way he shredded them up, man. Like I mean, Florida, yeah, they playing the hardest schedule in the country, but all I saw was Cam doing this the whole time.
Hey,
The whole team.
bro.
He eat y'all up, bro.
I saw a video a couple of days where the dudes were basically going up to the recruits and basically said, come to the U.
Yeah,
Come
I
to
saw
the
that,
U, bro. I'm like, bro, you know you down bad when they doing that, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes, the
That's
Miami
crazy.
players was going up to the Florida recruits telling them, come to the U.
Yeah, I saw-
Y'all going to the wrong school. Y'all visiting the
Bro.
wrong school.
Man, they was destroying them, bro. I was like, man, like y'all ain't gonna put up no resistance to it.
They couldn't.
And I ain't gonna lie, I like Billy Napier in Florida. I like the Billy Napier hire when it first happened in Florida, but
It's time. It's time.
man,
Hey,
I just
him-
don't think he's ready for the SEC.
No.
He'll probably do better in the Big 12. You know what I'm saying?
Big 12 or ACC?
Or ACC. Billy Napier, he ain't ready for that SEC. And he's a damn good coach. I give it to Billy Napier. I saw him play against Texas at Texas whenever he was at Louisiana, and they put up a damn good fight. So he's a damn good coach. And they ended that season like with a 10-win season. In the previous season, they had like a 10-win season. So the dude can coach, but
Yeah.
I just think he's in over his head at Florida. And then, like you're saying, he got the toughest schedule in
Bro,
the.
I'm looking at it right now. If I'm Billy Napier, I'm smacking the shit out of somebody.
the AD.
Bro, I'm smacking the shit out of him. But before I tell y'all this Florida schedule, my two picks I agree with y'all with Cam Ward because he went to the swamp and he dominated Florida and
Yeah.
he threw a pass.
That can't be overlooked.
What's
for
his
sure.
number? What's his name? What's number 7 for Miami?
Respaspo?
Whatever his name
I know
is.
you're talking
I'm gonna
about,
call him Respin Move because he did a move on a boy.
That was nice.
He tore that dude ACL. I don't know if dude caught a cramp or popped an ACL, but I put it on TikTok and I got almost 100,000 views, so I appreciate number 7 for that. But this Florida schedule, bro, check this shit out. You have Miami, which they lost 41-17. They have Samford, so they should win that game.
Should get that
okay,
one.
now this is when it gets spooky outside. They have Texas A&M, then they have Mississippi State, then they have UCF, which used to be a lollipop game, not anymore.
Not anymore.
They got Tennessee, they got Kentucky, which used to be a lollipop. Shit ain't sweet no more. Then they gotta go. They go to Jacksonville to play Georgia. Then they gotta go to Austin and play UT. Then they got LSU at home, Ole Miss, and then they close out in Tallahassee, where Billy Napier and Norvell will be coaching for their respective careers.
I ain't even
Say I'm wrong though.
I think Norvell got he bought himself another 2 seasons with the season last year.
Okay.
Napier, he's on the hot seat.
Boy, that
straight
thing's
up, he's on the hot seat.
Scalded.
It just sucks that he's on the hot seat with this schedule because it's like, damn, bro, like, yeah, you probably ain't gonna make it.
He ain't gonna make it,
bro. Like, what do you even call that? Like, what type of schedule is you scheduling yourself, man?
You
like,
call that the unemployment line.
Yeah, bro.
I'm trying to see how many wins I can count right here. I'm
Not
gonna count
many?
I'm gonna count Sanford.
Okay, I give you that.
That's the only guaranteed win I see.
Yeah,
Bro, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they might be favored in the Mississippi State game, but they might not be favored in that game. UCF, they could be favored, but they might not be favored in there.
Georgia's a 20-point favorite.
It's showing it right now. It's showing
It's showing some of them on the ESPN app.
Okay, already.
Then that's gonna probably be.
Let's
40. That's
see.
gonna probably
Yeah,
be
they
40.
are
They gonna beat them by 40.
Texas A&M is a -4.5 on the road.
Okay.
So y'all gonna have to teach me how to read that shit one day.
I mean, that mean you say Texas A&M. That means they the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
And then doesn't the home team usually get 3 points?
No, it don't go by the home.
Oh.
It just goes by who they think is going to be scored more points than the other team. They don't go by
Heard
that.
that. Oh, and my second quarterback, Dylan Raiola.
Like that's
I think
all
Dylan's
added
cool.
into equation. Like they're playing at home. That's all added into those 4.5 points and 3.5. That's all equated into there.
Right.
Yeah, heard that. Other interesting news: a Corpus Christi high school legend got to play this weekend at Alabama State.
Oh, that shit pissed me off.
Bro, Andrew Body is in the middle of a dual quarterback system when he is clearly the option, dog. Like, clearly the option. This man rushed for over 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. They wouldn't really let him sling the rock, but he still went 5 for 6 for like 40 yards or something like that.
That weather was real ugly out there.
Yeah,
though.
it was real ugly. It got real sloppy. I think that when the season really like gets into the meat of the schedule, he's gonna run away with that job. Because dog, you can even tell like the players like on his team when he came into the game, like his teammates were more excited to block. The receivers ran routes better. The running backs blocked more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I seen this man freaking go through 3 people, run down the sideline, get smacked, and then take off for 40 yards. Like insane, bro.
Like, see, I didn't see the game. I just wanted to look at the stat line. At first, I had to go look at it twice. I had to go look deeper. I was like, hold up, is he a running back? Is he the running back? Because the way the numbers he had put up, right? Then I went.
offensive line from what I saw was just they couldn't hold.
They could not hold up, bro.
Okay.
So he was basically forced to go for his first read. And if the first read wasn't there, he had to take off. And who knows? And maybe it wasn't on the offensive line. Maybe he hasn't. I don't. He's a hometown kid, so I don't even want to say this, but maybe he just hasn't developed to read the second and third.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Options at that level.
Well, it's crazy because, like, I mean, he was definitely a dual threat quarterback. He was one of the top ones at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Coming out of high school.
coming out of high
Absolutely.
school, and he had a receiver core. You know, so and he slung it. I mean, it's hard to believe that he ain't able to at this point to not. But
Yeah.
he was at TSU, so I know his injury kind of ended that situation a little bit. So, I mean, I was figuring it must have been their offense.
Like from what I saw, because I spent a lot of time on huddle with my brother. From what I see is they ran a lot of RPOs and North Carolina Central figured it out. So they just pressed his one read and like King said, like he was just forced to tuck it and roll. But I think a lot of what happened was in the second half is they started the game with the weather delay.
Right.
And they were just trying to run the ball, get out of there because it was gross out there, bro. But like he's head and shoulders better than number 4. O'Brien is not the answer.
Right.
How can you expect your quarterback to build up any consistency when you have one dude playing first and second down, and if it's 3rd and 5 or longer, we're going to keep him in, but if it's 3rd and 4 or shorter, then we're going to sub this other dude in. So you literally see one quarterback going in for the 1st and 2nd down and another quarterback going in for the 3rd down.
Yeah.
That's with either of them. Neither one of them had an opportunity to build up any kind of consistency, but from what we saw with the eye test, to me it looked like Body gave them the better option to win the game. Even though O'Brien's stats and quarterbacking skills may be a little bit better, with the weather and everything that I was looking at, to me, Body gave them the best chance to win the game. And coming out, being able to be on the game-winning drive, they come out with the other dude.
Yeah.
He throws 2 incomplete passes, then they throw in Body. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I don't like that because it's
that
like,
dual quarterback,
work, bro.
Yeah,
like,
because if a quarterback got a certain tendency, then you just know what to expect when he come on the field.
Yeah,
you know
and it's not even.
Yeah.
And speaking not even just about the 2 quarterbacks that you're affecting. You're affecting you're affecting the other 10 guys with him on the field, because every quarterback's cadence is unique. How they call the play is unique. How they want their protections are unique. How they throw the ball is unique. You know what I mean? Even as a running back, how a quarterback places the ball into your
the placement, even as a running back, the receiver, all that.
It all has.
He knows where you like the ball as a receiver.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So for that, and who was it? It was, I think it was John Madden who first said it. If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. You know what I mean?
Is that whole boy he threw an interception?
More than likely, Body didn't throw one.
Yeah, he didn't. He only threw 4 times.
Hey,
he comes out.
And that's just a terrible read, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, terrible read, bro.
Dang.
I hate when they look over there, see all them bodies.
Like, if you late to the flats, you might as well just tune up the band for the other team, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see. But show that one run he made when he ran for like 45 yards.
Was it the one towards the end of the game?
No, it was the one in the first half.
Okay. Let's see.
I didn't see his second touchdown. I saw his first one though.
Okay, that's Body right there for sure.
This is after the kickoff return.
That's after the pick 6.
Yeah. And so, like, you see, like, the delay of games and all that other bullshit because they're going through so many quarterback changes. He can sling the rock, bro. It just needs an opportunity
He needs time.
Yeah. Speaking of slinging the rock, guess what we got on tomorrow, actually? Guess what we got?
What's that?
Take a guess. I want you to guess.
NFL?
I ain't talking to you.
NFL?
I'm taking a guess. I don't even watch the NFL. I don't even follow the NFL like that, so I'm taking a guess.
That boy said NFL. Yes. Give yourself a burp for getting it right. We can't guess right. We have the NFL season kicking off tomorrow night in Kansas City, Missouri. Right?
That's gonna be
you have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on, drum roll please,
The Baltimore
Ravens. KP, who you got and why you got them?
Baltimore, because they gonna always win in the regular season.
Fair.
They just not gonna win when it matter. So they gonna beat them in the regular season. But
Yeah.
shoot, if it was a playoff, then they
Going
out
with
of
Patty
here.
in the playoffs?
They out of here, bro.
I agree with you. Actually, I disagree with you. I am going to take Kansas City.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I don't think we're gonna have a Brian Kelly situation where Andy Reid loses multiple season openers in a row. Mm-hmm. I think that if Kansas City's young receiving core, which has Rice, Xavier Worthy, I think Hollywood Brown's gonna miss the game. If that receiving core can just get a sliver of hope of openness, Patty Mahomes is going to stick the ball in their forehead and they're going to catch it unless their name is Kadarius Toney.
He got cut.
Exactly. So they're going to be all right.
Traded or something.
Nah, he got cut, bro. Ain't nobody trading for Kadarius right now.
Worthy playing tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I got to watch that game.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy, he's playing tomorrow. He was to Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like Lamar Jackson he gonna have to come in with a little chip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's still a regular season game.
Oh, the Eagles beat him in the regular season last season.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
So I mean, I think he's gonna come out with a little chip, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what the line is, but I'm gonna take
Let me see if I
Baltimore.
can get it for you.
I'm gonna take Baltimore for sure.
And I'm really anxious to see Derrick Henry behind that offensive line.
That's another thing I want to see.
That's going to be interesting.
He's in Baltimore now?
Yeah, he's in Baltimore now.
Already.
So for the first time in Lamar Jackson's Baltimore tenure, he has a running back that when he puts that thing in there for that RPO, you genuinely got to make a decision. Do I want to really tackle Mark Henry and feel that pain?
Yeah.
Or do I want to chase Lamar Jackson all around this yard? You know what I would do? I just tell the coach, call a timeout, mid-play, bring me out, let somebody else make this play.
He said Mark Henry. That boy been watching too much
I
wrestling.
have been watching too much wrestling. Derrick Henry, my bad, gang.
Does Mark Henry even wrestle?
No, he be wrestling with words on his podcast now.
Oh, man. His son at OU and stuff now on a think a track and field scholarship.
On a shot put, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Rico, tuned in from Chicago, Illinois, man.
So
What's good?
the spread is -3 for Kansas City.
-3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then that can go either way. It's a coin flip.
And then the ML, I'm guessing that's midline. What's ML? Is +130.
Money line.
Oh, the money line. See, I don't know how to.
That means you just pick either team, and just whoever you think is going to win.
Right.
Yeah, the money line says Baltimore +130, and then the total is 47. I'm guessing that's the points.
Yeah, points, total points.
Yeah, over or under.
Yeah. Look at that. I'm learning, gang. Look at that. Appreciate y'all for
Yeah, don't
educating
learn
me.
too much. You fuck around and lose your whole life.
Hey, King, let me hold $20, dog. I'm feeling it. LeBron getting 40 tonight, King.
Shit. I lost plenty of money on that sports bet, man.
Straight up. Shit, I just lost last week because Cape Clubbing couldn't throw 191 yards.
Hey, shout out to any of the Bet Sporting Book apps out there that's trying to sponsor your boys.
Prize Picks, what's up, man?
Prize Picks, what's up?
What's up,
Underdog,
Prize Picks?
Bet US, hit up your boys. And then on Friday, before the season really kicks off, we have, and I don't know how I feel about this game, because it counts as a home game for us. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia is going to Brazil to play Green Bay in a stadium where supposedly green isn't allowed, but you send your only 2 green teams to play in this goddamn game?
This game is on a Friday?
This game is on a Friday.
What?
Yes, this game is on a Friday, my dog.
I
read about that earlier this month, too. I mean, earlier last month about the
NFL be doing too much, man. Go
I think so too. Like
go play in
these
Brazil,
are American
man.
teams, bro. Yeah. Like you taking a game away from the fans too.
Yeah.
Like especially if they're season ticket holders.
Facts, bro. And like it counts as home games for like let's say like even when like they do the NFL London or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if the Jags are the home team, instead of getting your 8 home games or whatever,
Yeah, you get 7.
You get 7. Right. So you get shortchanged the game at home.
I mean, like who's the best Brazilian football player that don't play soccer?
They don't care about football.
Exactly. So I mean, why are you trying to force the game on Brazil? Like,
because they're trying to do what David Stern did with the NBA in the 90s and take the NFL global. Because I'm watching high school football. I'm a football junkie, as I would say.
Yeah,
so.
right.
It's 2 weeks before college season start, but high school season it's a week or 2 weeks before high school football season start here in Texas. Right. But I'm on YouTube scrolling. I see where it's some team from Georgia or Florida taking on some
NFL Academy.
I
saw that shit. I was like, what the fuck is this?
The NFL got
Academy.
NFL Academy, bro.
NFL Academy, dog.
It's a high school based in London where they got kids coming in from all over the world to play football to potentially be in the NFL.
Well, I mean, they tried that before. It didn't work.
Well, what they have the NFL Europe, yeah.
I remember that. You play with
but
the teams on
NFL
Madden,
Europe was
dog.
like actually like a league.
Yeah.
Like this isn't more of league. This is more of like
It's just a high school. It's kind of like IMG for the NFL.
But the NFL created the high school because the NFL wants it like for us to grow it. I guess we got to put the money down type.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they started that school in London. They're bringing in kids from Africa and all over the world to London to learn the game of American football.
Right.
So they're trying to take that American football globally, but I don't know, man.
Yes.
I mean, soccer is the world sport outside of America like that. Like, I mean, the football,
Soccer and cricket.
Yeah, I mean, and basketball.
And basketball,
Basketball, and it's still small.
Yeah,
in comparison
straight
to
up to like soccer and stuff. Yeah.
So I mean, that's an American game.
Yeah, that's
American football.
Yeah, it's American football. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, even when I hear football, when somebody say, "Oh, we play football," I'm like, I'm still thinking NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not thinking soccer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and they not thinking American football when they hear football. They thinking soccer.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's
So
going to be I think it's going to be just like when like they're trying to give us the MLS and like the World Cups and this like we'll watch it, but it'll never be that'll never be an American thing for real. Like same thing with them. Like they'll watch our football, they'll try and play it, but they'll never like, you know what? This is our new shit.
Well, I'm looking at it too. Like the game of football is expensive, and the game of football is way more expensive than basketball.
Yeah.
Sure.
You could literally go buy a basketball goal
cheap
for
pair of shoes.
$50. Not even no shoes. Let's just say
Yeah.
we're in Brazil or one of them third world countries, and we go to Walmart, buy a basketball, go in a basketball for $25, and that's $75. Maybe costs $50 to get it over there, whatever it's gonna cost. Who knows? Somebody may donate some free shipping. We get it over there.
Yep.
That's a whole village.
Right.
That can play on that one goal with that one ball.
Facts.
For one player to play football, them shoulder pads alone probably cost.
The cheapest
And I don't
one's
even know-
probably
I don't
like
even know what they cost
$300, bro.
nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and like you got to get the Rydell helmets, or you got to get that motorcycle one.
The basic. If we just going for the base of the base, like you say, the cheapest shoulder pads is
Yeah.
$300. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to get your pants and your bottom pads, and now you got to get your helmet and all. Man, we ain't even went to a practice yet. We just went to academy and we done spent $100. You saying $300? I'm thinking like $200. So you're saying out of academy just to
let's
get
just meet in the middle and say $250 for shoulder pads, another $300 for a helmet. Like let's say, and then like just for your uniform, right? This is your uniform. You're gonna
and this is for an 8-year-old.
Yeah, you're gonna need. You're like guaranteed. You gotta have it, right? You gotta have a helmet. You gotta have shoulder pads.
Yeah.
You gotta have the pants.
Yeah.
You gotta have, if you're not gonna wear the hip and the butt pads,
Yeah.
you gotta have the thigh pads.
Yeah.
Depending on the league and the referee that's refereeing
Yeah.
your game, you gotta have your knee pads.
Yeah.
You gotta have
And
the
some
socks.
cheap cleats
You
gonna
gotta have
cost you at least
you ain't going out there
40.
Yeah, you ain't going out there
at least
no
30,
dunks
40
and
for
no
some cheap
11s. You
ones.
need some cleats. You like and then like like depending on your level, your referee is going to make you wear a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Like, and then the training, you need at least one football. And a football, like a basketball, you can get a cheap one for like you said, like $25. For a solid quality football, you got to spend $40.
Bro, like
At least.
the whole game of football, like you said, is expensive. Hell, I be looking at TikTok. It be dudes lifting car tires and bricks and going
Facts.
on. You know what I'm saying? To get.
I'm going to the NBA.
And then-
I'm going to be Joel Embiid.
Exactly. You got South Sudan. What? Like you said.
Yeah.
Like they don't even got no gym.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
play
exactly,
outside. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
yeah.
So imagine a country that's impoverished at times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to give it a damn about a shoulder pad.
And then,
you know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't got no water over
Wait,
there, bro.
King, check this out. We talked about all the equipment and like we haven't even thought about like the maintenance of a football athlete compared to like a basketball athlete. Like that treatment for like that sprained ankle, that bruise, like you
Well, I guess I'm just looking at it like as a youth level. And back when I played youth football, I would just go to practice and go home. My parents weren't rubbing me down or putting go to practice, go home, go to school next day, go to practice the next day, go home. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really get to like high school and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because even in middle school, it's just go to practice, go home, go to school next day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can take your barefoot ass and go kick a soccer ball all over the place.
Yeah.
you can
You know what I'm saying?
literally
But ain't nobody trying to put no pads on.
Yeah.
And all that.
like, and there's literally no drill that you can for real do by yourself except for footwork drills in football. You can't get better without at least two teammates or a teammate with you in football. In basketball, you can go out there and you can shoot until your heart drop. Baseball, if you're a pitcher, you can go out there with a bucket of balls and you can throw it at a wall. If you're a hitter in baseball, you can put it on a tee and smack into your heart's content. Soccer, you can go out there by yourself a net and a ball. Even hockey, you need net, ice, puck. Football, if you're a receiver, you need somebody to throw you the ball.
We're like, because we'll go back like you were saying earlier, like with football, you could play one-on-one basketball. You could probably play one-on-one soccer. You can't play one-on-one football.
Can't play one-on-one football.
It's hard as hell to even play 2-on-2 football. So even with, like he was saying earlier, with like the 6-man football, like even with something as small as 6-man football, you still need 12 people with pads to be out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To play something even as small as 6-man football.
Yeah.
I mean, 6-man. Or if
how many players-
if you playing touch, you still need people to play touch.
Like even flag, you need somebody to throw the football, catch the football, just to make something happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? quarterback can't sit there and throw the ball off a wall. He's going to damage his football.
Right.
Running back can't hand the ball off. I mean, he can put it on like a table or something and try and run it off, but like his arm going to hit it.
Well,
Receiver can't.
think about it this way. You watch some little things when they got the mechanisms, right? They be making where you shoot the ball and roll that back.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you can do in football that can do
Like
that. You know
even
what I'm saying?
like I was just about to say that even the jugs machine to help receivers catch the ball better.
Yeah.
You can't put that bitch in there and be over there again before it shoot back out. No, it's not happening. You need at least 3 people in football to train and get better, unless you're doing footwork. That's the only thing. Working out footwork. That's the only thing you can do. The cheapest. You know what I mean? Like, so King brought up a very valid point, saying like football is just a overall expensive sport because like basketball, all you need, like you said, all you need is a goal. Football, you need a minimum 25 yards of free field just to be able to open up fully in the stride. You know what I mean? And then like it depends on what football you're training for. Like you can't take every skill that you learn from 6-man and take it to 11-man. Just like you can't take every skill that you learn from 11-man and drop it down to 6-man. Just like even like let's say if like you're trying to take this kid who studied football at NFL University, he comes over here and goes, "Oh, I like flag." It's going to be another learning experience for him. You know what I mean? In flag football too, like that's not the quote unquote expensive sport, but you still need flags, you need footballs, you need a field, and like you can run a basketball AAU tournament and get like 4 games going in one gym.
Do you think the NFL Academy is is something that's good?
I think it's good for the development of the not development. It's good for the exposure of the game. It just depends on, are they going to produce better football players? Because like from the NFL all the way down to high school football, I see terrible tackling mechanics. I see terrible block disruption mechanics, terrible footwork in the secondary. Quarterbacks have terrible mechanics. Running backs' visions are not as good as it used to be.
Right.
Now, the only position that I would say has like drastically improved is the wide receiver position. That position nowadays is night and day. Like that, like if you don't got no receivers on your team now, you can't play. You're not going to compete.
Right.
But I also think that it's a benefit of a receiver can run dig routes without getting smacked by safety. They can run a post route into cover 2 and not get smacked. They can run these bubble screens and not worry about getting hit hard. Right. The lineman can pull now, and the DB can't cut block them or cut them, causing a pile up to where you have to force everything inside. Right. So again, it goes back to can they develop better football players for me? And if you go to NFL Academy and you lose, I don't know, Moody, you should probably lose your scholarship to NFL Academy.
It says since its inception, more than 40 students have secured college football scholarships in the U.S. 19 NFL Academy alumni will play NCAA Division I football this season right now.
What's the biggest name?
Let me see. I'm just on their homepage right now. It ain't really saying that. Let me see.
So they're just planting a seed, and then hoping
exactly
seeing if it grows.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
So they won't know. I mean, I guess it's just like that. What was that? What was that G League team they had? The Ignite. It's kind of like
yeah, exactly.
Kind of like that
exactly.
situation. Yeah.
I can't find nothing on. Let's
see. But while you're looking for that, I do.
Okay, one of the dudes like Emmanuel Okoye. He's a sophomore at Tennessee right now. Mm-hmm. Daniel Akin Kumi he's a freshman at Oklahoma. Man, these dudes all got weird names. One of the dudes from Boston College, Pepe Abdul.
They all sound like my long lost brothers.
Yeah, and one of the dudes is at Colorado right now. Ironically, Kofi Taylor Barracks. He's at Colorado.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Keep doing your thing, NFL Academy. Okay. Now, let's talk business real quick, okay? Throughout the NFL offseason, every receiver that deserved their money got paid, whether teams wanted to give it to him or not. And last week, we saw CeeDee Lamb get paid, and then we saw, following that, Brandon Ayuk get paid, okay? So this offseason, Tyreek, A.J. Brown, CeeDee, Brandon Ayuk, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Devontae Smith, about 12 receivers got paid. Now, one of the best receivers in the National Football League, Jamar Chase, he sat out all offseason. He returned to practice today. Do you see him playing week 1?
I don't think so.
Without a contract?
Not without a contract.
He returned to practice, but he doesn't have a contract yet.
He returned to practice, but he did not get the contract extension he wanted.
I'm thinking they got to be close.
And I'm thinking he's making like $2 million this year, $3 million.
They would have to be close for him to hit the field. I just can't see him being like really far apart.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, the deal has to be done before the game kicks off Thursday.
Then he ain't gonna play if they don't got no deal. If he ain't got that paper signed, he ain't gonna play. It don't make sense too. You know what I'm saying? Like you did all that sitting out. You might as well just finish it.
Yeah, you done took all the fines now.
Yeah, just finish it. So I don't see him playing though. I don't see him. It don't make sense.
Yeah,
Said he stayed late after practice too, working with T. Higgins. Let's see. Trying to find something.
I say it's about a 50-50 chance that he plays. I'm leaning more towards he does play.
You think so?
I think he plays.
Based on why would you think why would you think he'd play?
He has too much love for Joe Burrow. I don't think he leaves Joe Burrow out there hanging.
So what is he scheduled to make this season?
Let me go over the cap real quick. If I'm not mistaken, it's like he's scheduled to make like $2-3 million.
Because I mean, I gotta assume that he want to get with like CeeDee Lamb and all these.
Oh,
other
absolutely.
Dudes getting, right? These 9-figure deals.
Absolutely.
He's on a $4 million contract.
Is it $4?
This year? $4.8 million.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's on a $4.8 million contract, right? Justin Jefferson is scheduled to make $35 this year. CeeDee Lamb is at $34. AJ Brown $32. Amon-Ra St. Brown $30. Tyreek Hill $30. Brandon Ayuk, 30. Jalen Waddle, 28. Devontae Adams, 28.
Damn.
DJ Moore, 27. Cooper Kupp, 26. Devontae Smith, 25. Nico Collins, who surprisingly, he got paid this offseason too. I forgot about him. He's making 24. DK's making 24. Debo's making 23. Michael Pittman Jr. is making 23. Terry McLaurin's making 23. Calvin Ridley's making 23. Stephon Diggs making 22. T. Higgins is making 21. And then all the way down here at the bottom, you got Jamar Chase.
Says he'll earn a base salary of $1 million and a roster bonus of $3.8 million while carrying a cap hit of $9.8 million. I don't know how all that works, man. Them contracts and stuff be confusing me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bro, look, Jamar Chase, I'm telling you, don't play. Don't play, bro. Get your money, man. They paid every other receiver.
They pay cause let's go back to the list. Like when I want you to stop me when I say a name that Jamar Chase is not better than, and I ain't even gonna go to the top 5 highest paid. Okay. I just want you to say better or worse. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tyreek Hill is the 5th highest paid, right, at $30 million. Okay, you have Brandon Ayuk. I'd take Jamar.
I mean, he's still good.
He good, but
I'll
take Jamar.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle.
I'll take Chase.
Devontae Adams.
That's close, but I take Chase.
DJ Moore.
Chase.
Cooper Kupp.
Cup. It's tough.
That's a tough one.
It's tough. I might say Cooper on that one.
Okay. Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Over Chase? Man, and when it comes to like betting, that's one that they would call what they call it whenever it's like you can't
A pick 'em?
Not really.
I don't know. I don't know.
I forgot what it's called, but that's like an even. It's like an even.
Yeah.
That's what we call it, even.
Because even as an Eagles fan, I'm like Smitty's up there.
I just feel like that whole class of receivers, like not even that class, like all those dudes that came out around that same 2-3 year
2017 through 20.
That frame, like the Smiths, the Jeffersons, and all them. You know what I'm saying? Like all those dudes, man. They've been putting in work,
bro. But it's just crazy to me, like that. They don't want to pay their dude, bro. Like, just pay the man. Let's see, and then
I mean, what year is he on this contract? Is this his last?
This
year?
is final year.
Final
yeah.
year. Oh, I thought he had 2 more. I thought he had 1 more.
No, this is the final.
Oh, they gonna pay him. They gonna have to figure something out because he gonna get it somewhere.
Somebody gonna pay him.
Somebody gonna pay him.
He may have a 2. Let me see.
He might have a 5th-year option.
It's hard to read these damn shit. Because I think he does have. I think they have the Bengals. Picking the club.
He's still on his rookie contract.
He has a club option in 2025.
Yeah, that's the 5th-year option. Okay, so he has this year, the 5th-year option. So, dude.
So he'll earn 20. He'll earn $20 million next season if they do the option.
So this is why he's holding out, right? Because NFL opposed to NBA contracts, where like when you reach your last year of your contract, it's player option, team option, or we just gonna get rid of your ass.
Right.
The NFL, like if you're a first-round pick, this is
the final non-option year.
Yeah. So first-round picks in the NFL, they have the hardest time getting to their second contract because of that team option. So what'll happen is he'll
draft picks. That's their ultimate goal is to get that second contract.
Yeah, but I would say it's an easier road for a second rounder or like second and later, like how Dak got to his second contract so easily. But it's because he didn't have that 5th-year option, right?
But he's a quarterback, and he was doing, he's a franchise quarterback, and he's putting up numbers. So
they didn't want to pay his ass the first time.
Well, they didn't have to because based on where he was drafted, so that's why it's like, of course, we're gonna get the most out of you for what I'm saying, like
as little as possible.
for as little as possible, because we could build around you and try to get us a Super Bowl. Then whenever it comes to the point where we got to pay you, well, that's when the talent around you becomes a little.
But in Jamar's case, like he has this last year in 24. They're gonna pick up that option in 25, right? And then they're gonna franchise tag him. So they technically have him for 3 more seasons before they actually have to pay him what he wants.
I mean, they do have the leverage.
They have all the leverage, like the 5th-year option, the tag, and then if anything, like if a team does sign him, that team would have to then give Cincinnati a comp pick, so they can end up with anything between a first, second, or third round pick, depending on like how much value they give him. Like if the other team signs him to like a $30-35 million contract, so. Like I want him to get paid, but you know what? The more we talk about this, KP, the more I'm on your side. I don't think he should go to work.
I don't think so. I don't think he's. Don't do it, Chase. Don't do it.
Don't do it, brother.
Don't do it.
All right. So next, I kind of want to dive into the W for a second. Okay. Since the All-Star break / Olympic break, there's been 2 women that have been running away with the headlines and probably the season's awards.
Right.
And that will be Asia Wilson
For sure.
and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark just notched a triple-double today, I think. And then Asia has just been on a scoring rampage as of lately. Right. So I know you coach girls basketball, right?
I do.
So being a person who's on the path of teaching young women like the sport of basketball, how do you feel about these women actually developing and taking the game to a whole new level?
Well, I mean, I think it's great for the sport overall, and it's really overdue. I think the W got a second chance.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't think they did a great job of marketing their stars, right? Because in the NBA, they really market their stars.
Yeah.
The W, they want to be like, they want to do this whole team thing, this whole team concept. So they don't really push the stars out there like they need to.
Yeah.
But now you're seeing like how much money, is being generated from a singular person. Like I mean, y'all just signed a $200 million deal. Just so that tells you that the popularity of the sport is growing. And then in the tournament, I mean, they had the most viewed games over the men.
Yeah, absolutely. I was tuned in, bro.
Yeah,
that France game was crazy.
So they're actually drawing in casuals.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a casual. I'm as casual as it gets.
So I mean, I like the direction it's going. And the women, they could always hoop. Like it's not a question about the quality of the actual talent.
Just getting eyes on the product.
Getting eyes on the product. Exactly.
I agree with that. And the thing that I think is the coolest is like early in the season, I said that Angel Reese should take home the Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. Like a ninny. I should have known. You wait until the All-Star break, and then you see what happens when people come back.
Right.
Because Caitlyn has been on a tear since this All-Star break, bro. The Fever have clinched the playoff spot. So they went from being a team that had the first overall pick to being one of the first teams to clinch. So that's crazy in its own right. And the fact that she's basically wrestled that Rookie of the Year away from Angel Reese, in my opinion.
Right.
But the thing that I want to get your opinion on is the Cheryl Swoop situation, to where she's been removed from. Was it just ESPN commentary or WNBA commentary in general?
Well, I think just for the Dallas Wings, because she's like one of their main like commentators for the Wings, so she works for them. So she got removed from that particular game.
Okay.
So I won't say it's like it's like a permanent thing, but just the Caitlyn games, they removed her from that one.
Okay.
Because her objectivity is a bit off. I
haven't really heard any of the quotes from her. So like, what has she been saying?
Well, like
that's what we're talking about right now.
So she did this one comedy, because I guess she has this podcast called Queens of the Court.
Yeah. And
so on her podcast, she was basically kind of big upping like Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hall and the other girl that's putting up all the numbers over there too. So she was big up in all of them, but like she just didn't say Caitlyn's name. And so she'd be on these interviews and she just won't say her name. You know what I'm saying? Like, won't acknowledge the fact that she on the team. So she's giving the credit, which
all of these are Caitlyn's teammates.
These are teammates. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, granted, they balling.
Yeah.
They are balling. So like her big upping them is not wrong, but the fact that you just gonna not account for Caitlin Clark's presence like leading to the success of that team is crazy.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's mad disrespectful right there, bro.
And she's been doing that on multiple platforms. Like she did it on the Gilbert's Arenas platform. She did it on her platform. She did it on the game that where she didn't want to acknowledge that the girl's even a thing. So like, is this getting to the point where she hated on her and said that she was a 25-year-old player when she was in college? Say she was played longer than she actually played. Say she was taking 40 shots a game. So like, all her takes about Caitlyn had just been off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she don't even get on there and say, well, she did once. Okay, let me not say she never has, but recently, I think she's trying to take like a Skip Bayless take.
Yeah.
Right? On like how Skip be doing LeBron.
Yeah.
But the problem is Skip always say LeBron's name.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you could talk down on them,
like,
but you still got to say their name. You got to acknowledge their greatness. So so I just think Cheryl, she won too much. She too good to not see you know what I'm saying? You look like a hater.
Yeah, a big one.
Like a big hater right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, ain't nobody asking you to ride or sack or nothing. We just saying like, hey, just say, hey, just acknowledge that
just give her due
diligence. Give her flowers.
Yeah. So that's how she wilding with that.
And the way I say, like, I'm glad that I actually got to watch the maturation and process of Caitlyn and watch her come of age, because like that the first couple of games and months in the season, you could tell like the game might have been too fast for her. You know what I mean? The girls may have been like not too much, but like a little faster, a little stronger. But she took that All-Star break, she got in the lab, and she figured some shit out.
Right.
Like, she figured some shit out. She is getting her points up. She's getting her assists up. She's getting her rebounds up. Her team's winning, bro. Like, and I guess it comes back to that old phrase is like, us don't know how to really stick together like that, because like it's kind of like when people say, "Oh, I don't listen to him because he's a white rapper," type shit. Like that white boy good. I mean, like same thing with Kate. It's like just don't let like her not having your skin tone stop you from saying, "Hey, bro, hey, girl, you cold."
Well,
you know?
I'm gonna say this because I used to hoop. So
yeah,
I used to hoop. Like I'd be left my kids, with their mom, and I'm in the gym hooping all night. I hoop. These whatever, because that's just what I have a passion for it. But so when I look at the situation, it ain't about black and white.
No.
Now, I'd have had a white dude give me all type of buckets before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah.
White boy cold.
Bro, I remember I got cooked on the football field by a white dude.
Yeah. So it ain't about color. It's about can you play or can you not play. And when like Caitlin, and this is why I'm a little bit partial to Caitlin over Reese, because I played a point guard, so I'm always gonna be partial to the guards over the bigs anyway. So, and then if you really think about it, Caitlin in college saw every type of defense that a team could throw. Every type of box and one, every type of triangle in one, every type of man, every type of double team. Like, she had to have seen everything. The only difference is she playing with women that are not as big, not as strong.
Yep.
Okay? So once she got to the league, and at first I was just thinking like, oh man, she all right, she doing all right. And I didn't think she could dribble like that. So I was like, man, this girl can't even dribble, man. Make her go this way, because don't get me wrong, I partly didn't want Iowa to win like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of rude against her. I wanted South Carolina to dust her. But in all reality, when you really watch her handle and how she handled the Brock, she really nice with it.
Absolutely.
Really nice with it. And then like, you gotta respect the J. So you can't play her a certain way. So when she put the ball on the floor, if you don't respect it, she gonna go by you and lay it up and put up a floater. You know what I'm saying? So, and she really ain't even all the way in her bag yet.
No.
So when she started getting the 1-2 dribble pull-ups, y'all about to really be in trouble.
Yeah. What's that old phrase? Young enough to don't know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So,
and like how you were just saying, she's not even in her bag yet. Like, she's still learning the professional game, which I think is so cool because, like, even Pat Mahomes said himself, like, it didn't really click for me until like year 4, year 5. Like, imagine when it clicks for her, because like you said, she's seen every defense you can think of, and that was in college. So eventually, she's gonna go back to recall of, oh snap, I've seen this. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to watch, bro. And I think the cool thing about her is that she's gonna go from quote unquote hated to loved, and it's gonna be so perfect because that's how in my opinion, like, great athletes are born. Like, when Jordan came into the league, like, the media loved him, but the players on the court were like, man, fuck that nigga, right? But over time, like, after a while, like, you know what, MJ, you got it. Know what I mean,
because he got a rich.
He got a rich.
He boosted the game up to the point where now these cats is really making money. Now they paying these big TV deals, and now they getting money. Like, that's what Caitlin's doing for the game. So it's just weird to me when you see. I'm not saying take it easy on her.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? But just acknowledge what's happening here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all complain about not getting paid. Y'all value, right? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? For as big as that league supposedly is, y'all don't get paid like that. I mean, you get paid more than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? On a season basis. You know what I'm saying?
A few of them.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, like, y'all complain about money. This one here just is bringing the deals. They seeing the value in it because of this young lady here. So y'all gotta play her hard, make her better. Like, playing her hard, being on her, it's gonna make her better.
It's gonna make her freaking scary good, bro.
And I'm hearing names that I haven't even heard. Like, I've heard them back when they were in college and stuff, but I'm hearing names like Aja Wilson and like names like this. Like, you're hearing these names, like you weren't even hearing these names or seeing these names on social media a year ago. Women's basketball, I think, is almost like, especially the WNBA. I want to say women's basketball in general is just at an all-time high. We're talking about it a couple of weeks ago, too. Like, you got the high school girls that are coming out, the Aaliyah Chavez girl, the girl that's over there at USC, Juju, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, a couple of other girls, you know what I'm saying? Paige Beckers, like, you got, like, so the women's basketball game is at an all-time high, and there's still some coming up that could even make it even better. You know what I'm saying? So the attention that she's bringing to the game, because like I said, man, I ain't seen this much attention since I've been on social media. I ain't seen this much attention about since women's Lisa basketball.
Leslie dunked the basketball.
Probably since the Houston Comets won the 4P.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Wait, they won the 4P? And
they were the first ones.
The
Houston Comets. They won the first 4.
I remember they had a team, but like, I didn't know they won the 4. Why didn't they bring them back?
The very first 4.
Look, that make no sense to me, but I mean, they had Cheryl,
Cynthia Cooper,
Cynthia Cooper, but Kim Parashi.
Yeah, Kim Parashi, hell yeah.
God bless her. Like, they had you know what I'm saying, they had R.I.P. Kim Parashi, but yeah, they was They had a squad.
Yeah.
And you brought up a good point too, King, about I can't even get it out. Talking about the W compared to last season, because the only thing that I knew about the W last season and about Asia Wilson was the TikTok that where her and her teammate were dancing, and then Becky Hammond's walking down the sideline. She's like, "Oh, Becky coming."
See, I didn't even see that.
Like that's the only thing that I can remember.
But I'm getting on social media, Facebook, and social media sites, and you're seeing WNBA talk. You're seeing Cameron Brink talk. You're seeing. I just saw something where they're talking about Cameron Brink's NBA 2K25 image looks exactly like she does in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't seeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
People like now they're making posts and stuff about.
Bro, you're seeing posts on YouTube of the stat lines from the women. Like it's on some like ESPN is actually putting backing behind it. So I think it's cool to see, man.
Now, do you feel like just a curious question? Do you feel like is it more because the star players are now kind of embracing femininity a little bit more, and it looks more attractive to kind of watch them play, as opposed to maybe before where it was maybe not necessarily looked at more of kind of like kind of in a whole different light? Because like at one point they kind of was like, yo, they all look like dudes. And
they look like Brittany Griner.
Like, they're not really embracing their feminine side. But now you see them, they be doing these little runway.
I can agree with that because
embracing their fashion.
I feel like we're getting in this point out. Like I can't really speak on it too much, but from what I'm seeing on the outside, I feel like now we're getting a wave of stars more than what we were getting in the past 10, 15 years, where you would a Skylar Diggins, you know what I'm saying, or the girl that came from Notre Dame. I can't remember her name, but she was like a real cold point guard for Notre Dame, and then like So you would have like one every season or two like that, but now you're getting 2 or 3 a season. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, with the new wave coming up, who knows what's after Aaliyah Chavez and them. Aaliyah Chavez is barely going into her senior year of high school, if I ain't mistaken. So she ain't even hit college yet. You know what I'm saying? So what's the next wave after her? And with the way that it's growing, there's girls out there with aspirations and dreams of being Caitlin Clark, the Aaliyah Chavez, and them. Like nobody. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I just didn't think that with Skylar Diggins, she was kind of like doing something to where you was thinking, but like wasn't the Michael Jordan of a WNBA.
No. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with you because like
Cynthia Cooper was the Michael Jordan of the WNBA in those days.
Yeah. Cynthia Cooper, or they would kind of say Cheryl. One of them, you know what I'm saying? It was like Pippen.
I think,
it could be like Pippen. Situation,
But like he was saying though, like it's reached a point to where you're not just getting one at a time. Like you're not just getting random Lisa Leslie, and then after her, Candace Parker comes along. Then after her,
but even with Lisa Leslie, they were all in that first class where you had like Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Rebecca Lobo, and
they was excited about it. Like it seemed like they really focused on the players.
Yeah, and I guess I was thinking about Cynthia Cooper because Cheryl Swoops, from what I recall, she joined them later on because whenever they first started, she was pregnant. Yeah. So she ended up having a baby, and then she joined the Comets later on. She was on the team, like she was on the official roster, but she didn't play because she had just had a kid or something like that.
Bro, did y'all know JaVale McGee's mom played in the WNBA?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, like, what is that, Pam McGee? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Like he said, she made it to the W at 32. So it also goes to show, like when they first made the W was first launched, it was like a lot of those girls
ladies. Because they were already out of the problem. That's why you only got Cynthia Cooper in the WNBA for maybe 5-6 seasons. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she might have even retired after that last championship. Yeah. But Cynthia Cooper, whenever she got in the WNBA, she was like 32, 33 years old.
Yeah. Because she already been killing overseas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then another beautiful thing is like there's not just that one dominant program in women's college basketball. Like you don't have like your UConns winning 100-0 and then goes on and wins the Natty like the next 4 or 5 years in a row. Like there's so much balance. Like you can have Dawn Staley versus LSU, and then Iowa, and then the Texas A&M women come out there and ball out. Like I just love the landscape of it. It's a beautiful thing, man.
I mean, NCAA did a great job of how they marketed it, and they really pushed that. They really pushed that LSU Iowa thing, and it just happened to work out for them. Yeah, you know. So I mean, they were already their attendance was already going up, but like that just shot it through the roof. Like you know when Angel Reese kind of did the whole wave goodbye, you can't see me, right? And so,
which Caitlyn did first.
Yeah, no. Look, they hoopers, man. So
they hoopers, bro. They trash talkers.
They gonna talk that trash. So I respect it. I just, but you saw that was like where it just like kicked off, like you know what I'm saying. Now, but yeah, I mean that really opened it up, man, and it's been crazy ever since.
Yeah, bro. Speaking of the W, right? We've talked about the good. We talked about the bad. Now we just got to talk about the weird. Ashlyn Watkins of South Carolina has been arrested on kidnapping charges. Yeah. That's crazy work, bro.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's hard to speak on this because I be tripping about like what is y'all doing? Like what are you doing? Like if the girl want to leave, let her leave.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why are you assaulting her?
So
grabbing her up.
I didn't read the full story. Yeah. So like, so was it like a domestic situation?
It was like a domestic situation, and then it says that the girl was like a minor. So like when you say a minor, I'm trying to figure out like, is it a minor like 21 minor or is it like 18 and under minor?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like
that's a very broad word.
Yeah. So I mean, and now I know a lot of states that they take like when it's like a domestic situation, they don't put the name of the person that that was assaulted in the domestic situation. So they just said that it was a minor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know like the how deep that goes.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, chick, like what is you doing? You 6'3".
6'3".
You 6'3".
Let me go home.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but what I didn't necessarily care for is I felt like, man, like it was a story, but it wasn't a big enough story.
Yeah. Because like I feel like us talking about it right now is the first time it's been on the internet outside of the post that I saw on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm like, man, if that was a male,
bro,
dad did that to
bro,
like.
The age would have been out.
It would have been out.
He would have been kicked off the team.
That story would have been out of here.
Let's see. 4 hours ago. Sources: suspension lifted for USC women's basketball player Ashlyn Wilkins. Two trusted sources confirmed Wednesday that the suspension of University of South Carolina women's basketball player Ashlyn Watkins has been lifted following her arrest on Saturday. So, not only did she get arrested on kidnapping charges, her suspension from the team got lifted.
That's crazy.
And she was released from jail.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Let this be Ashton Watkins from Decatur, Georgia, with dreadlocks, and he's 6'4".
Yeah, you out of here.
You out of there, big dog. His scholarship gone.
Yeah.
He's suspended for a lifetime.
Yeah, he on the first Greyhound out of South Carolina.
Bro, he on the first Greyhound out of South Carolina, bro. But hey.
Yeah, that was crazy to me, man. Like when I saw the story, I was like, why? Like I'm asking myself, why? Like what did you get in that upset for?
Like, bro, you 6'3", you got WNBA potential. Just stay out of trouble. Go get any woman you want.
Yeah, and then go get your money. Go get your money down the road. Like, what did you? And she a good rebounder. She an Angel Reese type of player. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean,
she's 6'3", KP. How many 6'3" women do you know?
I mean that.
I want King's take on this one.
That's a crazy.
What's
story.
that?
We're talking about Ashlyn Watkins arrested for kidnapping charges, and then 4 hours ago, her suspension from the team was lifted.
What you mean lifted? Like
I read it to you.
Like she gonna play?
Two trusted sources confirmed Wednesday that the suspension of University of South Carolina's women's basketball player Ashlyn Watkins has been lifted following her arrest on Saturday.
Don Staley, you wildin'.
There's probably some evidence probably proving that those charges probably gonna get dropped real soon.
Well, look. That's if I compare that program to like a Florida, South Carolina like a Florida when it comes to like
hell yeah.
So hey, on some women's basketball type stuff.
I forgot that Don Staley's the coach over there.
Like so that probably will get cleared up.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Don, the Nick Saban of South Carolina, bro. Yeah. Officer, you ain't see shit. Oh man,
that program is tough.
That program is crazy. We got a couple of more. Fun fact today. Fun fact of the day. I thought this was an interesting story. So, do y'all probably don't remember the name, but Darren Baker, son of MLB manager Dusty Baker, got called up to the major leagues this past weekend, right? Now, for those of y'all who don't know, and for those of y'all who remember, Darren Baker was the 4-year-old, 3-year-old bat boy during the San Francisco Giants playoff series that actually ran onto the diamond to retrieve the bat because his favorite baseball player was at bat, causing like one of the players running home to have to grab and scoop him up. He's running to home. And then the MLB instituted a rule that all bat boys must be 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
So that's just a cool story that Darren Baker like went from bat boy to making an MLB roster. So I think that's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Makes sense, too. I mean, his dad's a legend.
Yes, sir. And then anything else you got, KP, that you want to add? Anything, King, you want to add on? That's pretty much all I got right there.
Man, as far as the sports, man, we good with the sports. But let's talk about some of the events and stuff you got coming up.
Events, KP. What you got going on?
Well, this week we got a roof. We're gonna be on the rooftop on Sunday over at Retro. So we there every Sunday. So if you want to hear some good R&B and just vibe out and relax, pop out and show us some love. I mean, we got tables. We got drinks. We got good deals on pizza, man. It's a good little vibe, man.
I want to hear one of the military stories.
Don't that girl be out there with the tacos and stuff sometimes?
Oh yeah. By the way, that good. She out there now, doing tacos on Sundays, and them tacos is fire. They fire. So shout out to Val over there at that good doing her thing, man. She killing it out here in these streets, man. For a small business owner, she doing her thing, man.
So how long, what is the Central City Marketplace, and how do people get, attached to that, to get their business in one of those storefronts?
Oh, man, just reach out to me on Facebook. We got Central City Market, or you can hit me at Kevin Palmer on Facebook in the Messenger, tap in. And if you're looking for a space to do your business, if you're looking for a space to do an event, concert, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We're here to accommodate, if you want to drop your food truck off there during the week as a new spot to, for people to come and find you, we there for that too. So we really here for the community. So whatever the community want to do, we want to accommodate that. So 917 South Staples. So, pop out, check us out.
And if one's throwing an event or a party or something, and I want Party 361 out here to take some photos because I think it's gonna be a major look. How does that work?
Yeah, just hit me on Party361, Instagram, Facebook. Hit me on the Messenger, Party361 on Facebook, and you can tap in and hit us up that way if you need some promotion or just some advice. If you just want to get some marketing advice, for us, information is free. So we want to help as many small businesses, as we can, to get out here and do the same thing. The more people that's doing it, it helps us. We're not tripping about competition, none of that stuff. I think we all can win out here in this city. I think Corpus is a great city. It's a lot of talent out here, a lot of smart people, a lot of good businesses. I think we all should lock in and and let's all get this money.
Yeah.
And then I got another question. What advice would you give someone who wants to open up something similar to Party 361, where they're putting on events, hosting parties, putting lights up in venues, and just trying to create their own something? What word of encouragement would you give them?
Do it. Just do it.
Nice and simple. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared of what you think is out here in the market. Just do it. If it's something you're passionate about and you love it, and it's something you really want to do, just go do it. Don't let, I said, that's how we got started. We just do it.
Don't wait for no one else's approval. Don't wait for no one else to be like, oh, we like that. Because everybody going to like it once you get it going. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Just find a way. You know what I'm saying? And just be humble in the process. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the process. So, I mean, it's going to seem scary. Maybe, because maybe you may be looking at it from a financial perspective, but trust me, if you really commit to it, the universe going to work its way out, and you're going to be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So my primary takeaway was do it. Don't.
Did you have any other business ventures before you did Party 361 or anything like that?
Honestly, man, I just really just wanted to I really just wanted to work at the base and get a check. But it got to a point where, like, you know, I realized that, you know, I wasn't happy doing that. So I just want to do things that I enjoy. So,
Yeah, facts.
So the reason why you see me doing Party 361 stuff, because I really enjoy it. I do it for free. You know, I do the R&B takeover with Fame, and we do that together. That's a brand that we kind of work on together.
Yeah.
And I do that because I just enjoy it. I love doing R&B events.
Hell yeah.
You know, and I coach because I love to coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love to mentor and help kids out. So if you love what you do, don't be like work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
Hell yeah.
speaking of R&B, we're gonna get into it for a second. Top 3 artists that you like. Let's say you going on the lady had a nice night out. You got 3 songs or 3 artists to play. Who are they?
I can only speak based on my general experience. So
This is your opinion.
This is your opinion.
Ain't nobody get mad.
Look at the camera.
Oh, you didn't pick Joe to see that.
Nah,
this
it's
is what you gonna play.
okay, so I'm gonna play R. Kelly. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can hate or love it. R. Kelly in there. Silk.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Silk. But the one they did with that 2000 album that they did,
Yeah.
that album is
There's
still
a
classic.
meeting
Yeah.
in my bed.
Hard, bro. That's hard. Like that whole album is hard.
Yeah.
So R. Kelly, Silk, and then my last one would probably be Donnell Jones.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Where I want to be. That album, man. It's just like
yeah.
it was like the story of my life. So like them 3 right there, man. Like,
right.
so
Yeah, hell yeah. One more, make it a Mount Rushmore.
making it Mount Rushmore. Let me see. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna go with the GOAT, Usher, bruh. Usher the GOAT,
Okay.
man. So like,
Oh,
you
really?
know, so
What about you, King? Who are you for?
Man. You put me on the spot there.
That's what I like to do.
I would have to go with some Joe to see for sure.
oh, for sure. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Some H-Town.
Okay.
Yeah, can't be wrong with that
Let
one.
me see. Who else? 112. That was like high school era. You know
Okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying? Let me get one more, man. Let me get one more. Drew Hill.
Okay. I respect it. Oh, y'all looking at me like I gotta answer.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go Usher.
Okay.
I'm gonna rock with you and go with R. Kelly. Let's see. Give me Chris Brown, but the Fame album.
Okay.
I'll take Life Jennings.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Life
tough
was
right
hard.
there. That's
Yeah,
tough.
life was
Oh,
hard.
that's a
Hell
good
yeah. Hell
That's a
yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
That was
So,
15% of all men got a complex.
so.
That was hard, man. I like Life Jennings, man. I think I probably forgot a couple, man. But
Yeah.
There's so many, bruh.
so many, yeah.
But all right, gang. KP, we appreciate you for spending time with us tonight, big dog. Appreciate you.
Man, thanks for
DJ
having
Lil
me.
King,
Thanks for
appreciate you for
Hey,
being on
hey.
the ones and twos.
Thank you, King.
And helping us
Appreciate
get
it,
this
man.
thing
For sure.
done. And we appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to how many, King? 5,000?
Yeah, 5,000
We are on the
Facebook
road
followers.
to 5,000 followers. YouTube, Facebook.
We're looking to get 500 on
TikTok.
YouTube.
Yeah, 500 on YouTube. But we still on the road to 5,000. But we got to stop at
sure.
500
Yeah, for
first.
sure, for
You know what I'm saying? But y'all have a great night, and we'll see y'all. What we got coming up next? Probably like off the couch on Thursday.
No, we just did that one yesterday.
What's on
I'll
Thursday?
keep y'all updated on
Yeah.
the Facebook page, so y'all stay tuned to
Yes,
the
sir.
Facebook
Stay
page.
tuned.
I'll
Y'all
let
have a great
know.
night. Be blessed. We love y'all.